This notebook might not seem like a lot to you, but to me, this represents the last 5 months of my life. Holidays, trips, birthdays, and just about everything else in between. And although I didn't write every single day, I did write when I felt the need to do so. This is a collection of thoughts and experiences and stories. And while nothing in there is necessarily going to change the world, there might just be enough in there to save myself. You see, I've always been the type of person to dwell on past memories to keep me safe and to keep me going. They have been the things to motivate me in hopes that I will be able to create more of those things. In reality, I've always been fearful of the future, and I've been so stuck between the past and the future that I've never paid attention to the present moment and what is actually happening. But journaling has allowed me to see that. And as I go back through these thoughts and start to reflect and learn more about myself, I notice it more and more, to the point that I have an understanding of it now. So now I am aware and I'm conscious of this. And there are so many reoccurring themes throughout this journal. I hate my job, I'm unhappy with where I live, the fact that I want to spend more time on my creative projects like making videos or practicing martial arts. A lot of these thoughts are very obvious because I think about them every day. But the difference is my judgment of my thoughts are very cloudy and biased when they're in my head. At least when I'm able to get those out onto paper, it's like I get to see through my mind like a clean window. There is no more judgment. It's just observation. And that's exactly why I choose to write in a journal. It's not simply to remember all the unimportant things, as lots of people like to say, but instead it's to create a log that I can then connect with in order to help me grow. And I feel like I can't learn about myself if I don't first study myself. And I feel like my journal is my guide. What I've learned these past 5 months is that it is okay to enjoy pleasant past memories, but not to cling on to those memories as if they're our only hope. In doing so, I'm missing out on so many things that are happening right now in this moment. And if we want to get real about past memories, essentially all they are is very pleasant past moments that we choose to hold on to and remember. So there's nothing to say that we can't create more of those that we'll remember in the future. So today even. So it's not that you wake up and try to go actually create that memory. It needs to happen more organically and naturally. Because the things that I do hold on to, those pleasant past memories, they're not necessarily things that I planned to be this thing that I would remember forever. They just happen naturally, and I think that's how we have to let it happen. So the real secret and the real answer to everything is just to be present right here and right now. And that's not something special or unique to me. That's true for you and everybody else. On the surface, journaling is just writing down what's on your mind, but it goes so much deeper than that. I used to roll my eyes at the thought of picking up a notebook and writing about my mundane life. Even thinking about like going to the grocery store with my mom to pick up a few things. But now that she's gone, I would do anything to experience that again. What was once a mundane task in my life is now a cherished memory that I can never create again. So maybe you think your life is mundane and it's not worth writing about, it's not worth remembering, but I can tell you that every little thing in your life has significance. To what degree is a whole nother question. But life is not mundane. Life is special. And sometimes all you need is a clear window to view it through.